Saudi Aramco cutting, welding, and brazing. Cutting, welding, and brazing. Apply the following minimum safety and health precautions during gas welding, cutting, brazing, or electric arc welding operations. General safety precautions. 1. Use approved PPE during all welding, cutting, and brazing activities, including when providing assistance. 2. Wear leather gloves and body protection, safety boots, and leggings, as needed, to provide protection against heat, sparks, and flying metal particles. Do not tuck pants inside boots. 3. Wear a welding helmet during welding operations, and a helmet or welding goggles during cutting and brazing operations. Use shaded tempered glass or shatter-resistant protective lenses on all welding helmets and goggles. 4. Whenever possible, move the object to be welded inside a maintenance shop or laydown yard. 5. Remove combustible material from around the work area or protect materials from sparks, slag, or heat with fireproof material or wetting. 6. Protect combustible material below an elevated welding or cutting work area. 7. Visually inspect equipment daily. Immediately remove or replace defective or damaged equipment. 8. Conduct welding and brazing operations in well-ventilated areas. 9. Turn off all equipment and close compressed gas cylinder valves when unattended. 10. Provide a portable fire extinguisher near the hot work area. In hydrocarbon facilities, cover all saws that are within 23 meters (75 feet) of the work area. 11. Maintain a trained fire watch during welding and cutting operations and for 30 minutes afterwards. 12. Do not perform welding, cutting, or brazing in oxygen-enriched environments, i.e., an oxygen concentration greater than 23.5%. 13. Verify the surface, pipeline, or vessel container to be cut, welded, or brazed has been drained, cleaned, and purged to remove all flammable or toxic materials, including residue. Determine the flammability of any coatings prior to beginning work. Identify the presence of hydrocarbons using gas testing equipment if necessary. 14. Use mechanical ventilation and/or local exhaust when welding, cutting, or heating alloys that release toxic material per Saudi Aramco requirements. Additional respiratory protection may be required. Electric arc welding operations. 1. Ground the frame of electrical arc welding machines per Saudi Aramco requirements. 2. Securely attach ground returns to the material being welded by cable lugs, clamps, or bolts. Connect returns as close as possible to the location being welded. 3. Do not connect ground returns to piping containing flammable gases or liquids, or conduits containing electrical circuits. 4. Ensure that welding cables are continuous within 3 meters (10 feet) of the electrode holder. Repair damaged welding cables using a standard plug and socket coupling. 5. Inspect welding cables for cuts or abrasions to the insulation. Remove all damaged welding cables from service. Temporary repairs, splices, and taped joints are prohibited. 6. Use non-combustible or flame-proof welding screens when working near other personnel or equipment. 7. Remove the electrode from the holder and unplug electrode holders when operations are discontinued. 8. Ensure electrical outlets on welding machines are 110 volts, V, 3-prong type, with residual current devices, RCDs, example, ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs, earth leak circuit breakers, ELCBs. Gas welding, cutting, and brazing operations. 1. Keep cylinders, valves, and attachments free of dirt, grease, and oil. 2. Clear debris from an oxygen or fuel cylinder's valve by opening it slightly, cracking, before connecting the hose. 3. Stand to one side of the valve regulator outlet when cracking the cylinder valve. Do not perform this near hot work or other sources of ignition. 4. Use compression fittings on hose connection. 5. Check all equipment, attachments, and connections for damage and leaks, example, with soapy water, before use. Do not use defective equipment. 6. Turn off gas regulators and bleed hoses to zero pressure at the end of the shift or task. 7. Close the torch nozzle when not in use. Do not leave torches with open supply gas valves unattended. 8. Protect hoses from potential damage and keep cylinders upright, vertical position, during operations. 9. Install flashback arresters on the outlets of all oxygen fuel cylinder regulators and on the inlet of oxygen fuel cutting torches. 10. Use only friction lighters, strikers, to light a torch, never light a torch with matches or a cigarette lighter. 11. Ensure acetylene cylinders have a handle or valve wrench in place at all times.